Recently, I was shopping for yarn online at premieryarns.com and I came across a yarn called Anti-Pilling Everyday DK. Have you ever heard of it? There were so many color options. I was floored. It was amazing, super inspired. This is the Like New Wash After Wash line. It is 100% acrylic, a size 3 lightweight DK size yarn, great for making blankets. It's also anti-pilling, which means we won't have to worry about any fuzzies. I decided that I had to get a bunch of bold, bright colors for this playful, colorful blanket that I wanted to make. I also got one neutral to help balance all those bright, bold colors. I picked 10 different colors. So I'll include all of the colors that I used in the description section below, as well as the pattern that you can find on my website, crochetwithtiffany.com. At the recording of this video, each skein of yarn of this Anti-Pilling Everyday DK weight yarn is $4.99 per skein. And it's an evergreen yarn, which means it's not a special edition or seasonal. It is one of their staple foundation yarns that isn't going anywhere, which is an extra bonus. Then it came to the design part. What did I want to create with all of this yummy yarn? I love texture and dimension in my blankets. Flat blankets are great, but I wanted something with a little more uniqueness, something that would stand apart. So when I found this granny square pattern that has this bubble or indent to it, I got really excited. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I make the square itself. In upcoming videos, I'm going to show you different techniques on how to join the squares together and different border options that you can choose for your blanket. I used approximately 26 yards of yarn to make the center circle and 13 yards of yarn to make the outermost border part. I'll have conversions for you for meters, grams, and ounces in the pattern itself. Each square measures 6 inches wide by 6 inches long. Centimeters, that's 15 centimeters wide or 15 centimeters long. The blanket that I made that you can see right here, oh, I'm so excited about it, is 6 squares wide by 8 squares long. My dimensions for my blanket measure out to be 38 inches wide by 49 inches long. In centimeters, that's 97 centimeters wide by 125 centimeters long. The crochet hook that I used for this project is a G6 or a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook. You can use a 4 millimeter crochet hook and be just fine. You'll also need a pair of scissors, embroidery scissors, and a yarn needle or tapestry needle to weave in all your ends. All right, are you ready to begin? Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the color for the center of the circle. So I'm going to start with a magic ring because we are making a circle. Feel free to start with the chain 2 method or the chain 4 method if you would prefer, but I really like the magic ring for this particular project. Okay, so taking the tail over my fingers, wrapping around 2 fingers and up, grabbing my crochet hook. Great. And pinch, remove my fingers, and chain 1 to close. Right, we're gonna start by chaining 4. So that's chain 1, 2, 3, 4. That chain 4 does count as your first treble crochet stitch. We are now going to make 15 treble crochet stitches inside this magic ring. So yarning over once, yarning over twice, inserting our crochet hook into that big giant circle, yarning over again, pulling through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's your treble crochet stitch, right? 14 more for a total of 16. And here is 15 treble crochets that I've made, but including that chain 4 start, I have a total of 16. When you have the 16 treble crochets made, go ahead and pull the tail to close that circle real nice and tight. Slip stitch into the 4th chain to close round 1. Perfect. So this is what you should be looking at right about there. All right, moving on to round 2. Begin by chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, that chain 4 does count as your very first treble crochet stitch. Now, just as a reminder, if at any point in this video you do think I'm going too fast in my demonstration, you do have the power to slow me down. Just go to the settings of this video, click playback speed, and then slow down the video so it meets the speed that works best for you. Okay, treble crochet in that same stitch space that you just slip stitched into. Right there. Perfect. Now what we are going to do for round 2 is make 2 treble crochet stitches in each stitch space all the way around. You should end round 2 with a total of 32 treble crochet stitches. Now that is including that chain 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Continue on. I'll meet you at the end of round 2. 31, 32. Great. End round 2 by slip stitching into the 4th chain of that chain 4. That's where we should be at the end of round 2. Moving on to round 3. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Treble crochet in that same stitch we just slip stitched into. Great. And make 1 treble crochet in the next stitch space. Perfect. Now make 2 treble crochet stitches in the following stitch. So 1 and 2, same stitch space. And then 1 treble crochet in the following. That's it. That's the repeat pattern for round 3. 2 treble crochets, then 1 treble crochet. 2, then 1. Repeat this pattern all the way around for round 3. You will end round 3 with a total of 48 treble crochet stitches. Remember that chain 4 counts as a treble crochet. Right, continue on. I'll meet you at the end of round 3 to show you what to do next. 48. Slip stitch into the 4th chain to close round 3. And that is what we should be looking at. All right, round 4, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 counts as your first treble crochet stitch. Make a treble crochet stitch in that same stitch space we just slip stitched into. Great, and then make 1 treble crochet stitch in the next 2 stitch spaces. So we have next stitch space, 1 treble crochet, and the next stitch space, 1 treble crochet. Great. Now the repeat pattern for round 4 is an increased treble crochet stitch or 2 treble crochets and then 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Repeat this pattern all the way around for round 4. You should end round 4 with a total of 64 treble crochet stitches. Here we go. 64. Great. Slip stitch in that 4th chain to close round 4 and then grab your scissors. We have just finished the circle part of this granny square. Okay, cut a long enough tail for you to weave in the ends. Then yarn over that tail, pull through the loop on your crochet hook for a tie off. Now grab your second color or the next color. For me, that is the cream. When it comes to round 5, that's when we're going to start to square off our actual square. So taking this, the new color, color 2, color B. All right, make a slip knot. Attach your crochet hook. Great. Slip stitch into the top of the same stitch you just slip stitched into to close round 4. All right, slip stitch, perfect. Let's begin round 5. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That chain 4 does count as your very first treble crochet stitch. Now double crochet into that same stitch space. So yarn over, insert your crochet hook into that same stitch space, yarn over, pull through, double crochet. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to start working back post stitches. So I'm going to zoom into my work really close. I'm going to work really slowly so you can see exactly what I'm doing and hopefully make a lot of sense of what's happening here. Finding the very next stitch right here. We're going to make a back post double crochet stitch around that stitch. So I'm going to stick my finger between the 2 stitches. I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to take my crochet hook and follow along my finger between those 2 stitches. And then I'm going to push that stitch back and insert my crochet hook on the other side of that post. Yarn over, pull through. Now when you pull, it should be like flossing a tooth, but on having the yarn floss on the other side. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Back post, double crochet. Let me do that again. A little faster, just in case that was a little too slow. Taking my finger between the 2 stitches that I just made stitches in and the next stitch over. Yarn over, insert your crochet hook between the 2 stitches right along with your finger. Push this stitch post back, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Next stitch, insert your finger between the 2 stitch spaces, make a half double crochet back post double crochet stitch around this next stitch. So we're going to yarn over, run our finger between the 2 stitches, push that post back, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on my crochet hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops for a half double crochet stitch. Next, we're going to make a back post single crochet stitch. Between the 2 stitches, push the stitch back, yarn over, pull through. So I have 2 loops on my crochet hook, yarn over, pull through both loops. So there's 1. I'm going to make 10 more back post single crochet stitches along the next 10 stitches. So let's do that together. Between the 2 stitches, push the stitch back, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So there's 2. Next stitch, insert crochet hook, push that stitch back, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. There's 3 of them. 9, 10, and I want 11. So coming back here, I have double crochet, half double crochet, then single 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 11. 11. Great. And this is what it'll be looking like. You can see the loops on the bottom there, but those V stitches really pop forward. Next stitch will be a half double crochet back post. Three loops on my crochet hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Following stitch is a back post double crochet stitch, yarning over, three loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Great. Next to stitch space is a corner. We are not doing post stitches for our corners. In the corner, we are going to make a double crochet, treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet, double crochet. Here we go. in the actual stitch space. Double crochet, treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet, double crochet. Treble, double. That's the corner. Let me put that down so you can really see how it looks, where we put the crochet hook, what we did. Great, moving on. Next will be a back post double crochet stitch. Be careful not to place your back post around the same stitch that we just made our corner. Pull the stitches apart if you need to identify, okay, the next stitch went around this one right here. I'm going to pause so you can see that. Okay, next stitch is a back post half double crochet. Then 11 back post single crochets. 1, 2, 11 back post half double crochet, and then back post double crochet, then corner, finding the next stitch, actually working on top of that stitch space. Double crochet, treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet, double crochet. Double, treble, chain 2, treble, and double. Now you got it. Follow the pattern. I will put a chart, a grid diagram that you can follow very easily, following along with exactly what we are doing here. This is what my work looks like right now. Next, we will make a back post double crochet, then a back post half double crochet, 11 back post single crochets, then back post half double crochet, back post double crochet, corner. So exactly what we did here, we'll do one more time over here. Then follow it up on this side with a back post double, back post half double, 11 back post singles, back post half double, back post double, and then finish off the other half of this corner. I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and I'll meet you up in this last corner to close everything off. We're so close to being done. You're doing a great job. I hope you're having fun. 11, I'm going to move this tail to the back, then back post half double crochet, back post double crochet, and in that very first stitch space, really moving that tail back, I'm going to start with a double crochet stitch in that stitch space, double crochet, treble crochet in that same stitch space, really going to close that corner, treble, and pause. This is the part that's really going to help set up the pointed corner here. We're going to chain 1 and then single crochet in the 4th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet. Now, why would we do that? Why wouldn't we just chain 2 and then slip stitch? By putting a single crochet stitch, it puts us in a really good place to work in that in between chain 2 section. It's really smart and helps make everything look really clean. All right, we have just closed off round 5. This is roughly what you should be looking at. And yes, it should be bowing like a bowl. Remember how I said that this granny square pattern had a bubble effect or a concave convex effect? That's what you're seeing right here. So this is what we want. It's okay. You're good. All right, last round, round 6. Let's do this. We're going to start by single crocheting in that same chain 2 space we just closed off. So taking our crochet hook, inserting into that chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, single crochet. There we go. Make 1 single crochet stitch on top of each stitch space all the way across until you get to the next chain 2 section, and I'll meet you there to show you what to do. So even this chain 4 counts as a stitch, so make sure you place a stitch on top of that chain 4 and then the double crochet. So don't skip that. All right. Treble. Perfect. Once you've reached the chain 2 section here, you're going to single crochet 1, then make 2 chains, chain 2, 1, 2, and then single crochet again in that chain 2 space. That's it. I think you're good. Continue making 1 single crochet stitch on top of each stitch all the way across, and in each chain 2 space, make a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. All right, go ahead and continue that pattern all the way around. I will meet you at the end of round 6 to show you how we will close round 6 and finish off this granny square. Right, at the very end of round 6, we will single crochet in that chain 2 space, and then chain 2, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the top of that first single crochet stitch that we made. We are not having to worry about where our crochet hook lands in this very last round. So chaining 2 and slip stitching is perfectly fine to closing off round 6. Grab your scissors, cut a long enough tail to weave in that end, tie off your work. Last thing you will have to do to finish off this square is just take your yarn needle or tapestry needle, weave in all of your ends. For extra help or guidance on different ways that you can weave in your ends, check out my video on weaving ends and joining yarn together. I'll put a link in the description section below for you. But there you go. That is what you should be looking at right there. All right, 1 done. 47 more to go. Oh my gosh. Definitely refer to my pattern to find out how many more squares that you will want to make in order to meet the blanket dimension of the blanket that you want to make. You can find the link to the pattern in both the description section below or just by going to my website, crochetwithtiffany.com, and looking under patterns. Crochet Club members, just go to your membership Crochet Club website, look under the video for details, and you will find your free pattern located right there. Don't forget to look out for the upcoming videos on different joining methods that you could use to join your squares together, and also different blanket borders that you can choose from to finish off your blanket. Remember guys, don't just crochet something to crochet something. Make a memory. I hope you have the best day, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye guys.